Hello, welcome to Voice of the Fat Mantis. Breaking special reports that Ezra Miller is still a damn fool, a jackass even. But before we get into that, remember to like, share, and subscribe so you can get every bit of all my news reports, all my updates, my breaking news, my analysis of what's going on in the DCEU, and more. Let's get into it. So Ezra Miller today, just a few hours ago in Hawaii, has been arrested. Probably for the second time in about 3 weeks. Apparently, he was at an acquaintance's house, probably a one-night stand, and when he was asked to leave, he picked up a chair and threw it at her, striking her in the head and actually drawing blood. He was arrested there, and as we know, he was arrested several weeks earlier at a bar for accosting an older man karaoke singer and harassing a young girl. So he likes to pick women and the elderly as his victims. Ezra Miller is a damn fool, and I am not gonna apologize for saying or believing. This is the opportunity where everyone is gonna say things like, oh, he has mental health problems. Okay, I think a lot of us do. It's not our fault that we have mental health problems, but it is our responsibility to get treated or to do something about it. Other people are gonna say, well, he's an addict of something. He's probably a booze hound, although he looks like the cocaine type, if you ask me. I don't think that is much of an excuse at all. And once again, he needs to find treatment. It's funny, what happened is, after the last incident, Warner Brothers apparently had put his career, particularly the Flash movie, on hold. Not exactly hold, it's still coming out. It's getting a little delayed, and they were going to do what they call extensive reshoots without him. Well, what does that mean? And there was speculation that he was already fired. Was he fired? There's no confirmation of that. You know, obviously a lot of fans are thinking that since he's changing time, perhaps in some sort of weird comic book mystical way, they're going to replace the actor. Come on, Grant Gustin! If there was any semblance of him saving his career, if they were actually just going to put him on, like, leave, and they were still thinking that maybe, just might give him another chance, that chance is totally gone. He has 0% chance of continuing in any of these franchises he's in. Heck, they can even take him out of Fantastic Beasts. I haven't seen the last two, so maybe he's already out of it. I don't know. But he will be removed from that in some sort of explanation with a spell, with a shape-shifting spell. Who knows? All I know is that pretty much it's over for him. This also strikes really bad for second chances with actors. Basically what it is people decided after his first incident about 2 years ago, I think, where he tackled a girl and threw her to the ground, including a videotape of it happening, which was not good. They decided to give him a second chance and continue to work with him in high hopes that the Flash would save what remnants of the DCEU they still had. And once again, like all his fallen, cursed DCEU Justice Leaguers, he did not come through, and it has all been ruined for him. And his possible career might be ruined. But this makes it look like you shouldn't give people a second chance. Violence against women, this might be a zero tolerance going ahead. Next time some idiot at a bar tackles a girl to the ground and throws her on the ground, that actor may never get a second chance. I wanted to point out, just on the superstitious way, does it seem like the DCEU in general is cursed? Now, I'm not talking about fan opinions. Yes, some movie franchises suck, and they're really not good. But I don't think that that's necessarily a sign of being cursed. I just think horrible things happen to the actors. It's not exactly death, but just career ending or just horrible things. Look at what happened with Ray Fisher. For speaking out and being the victim of a crime, or should I say, of ill behavior, he somehow has his entire career ruined from that incident, even though he is clearly the victim. We've got the unfortunate Gal Gadot, who is beautiful, amazing in Wonder Woman, but who had the unfortunate fate of being in Wonder Woman 1984. I blame Patty Jenkins. And then there was that whole her singing Imagine thing at the start of the pandemic. Anyway, and of course we have Batfleck. Some people would argue the best Batman ever. Some would say the best Bruce Wayne. I'm going to go with best Bruce Wayne. But certainly a good thing. And unfortunately, because of his own issues with alcoholism and his inability to, I don't even know, deal with his wife. I don't know what happened with him and Gardner. But, you know, a marriage that's falling apart and all these other issues forced him to say he was mentally unable to take on the role. I think it was also the heavy criticism of his performances. We remember the start of the Justice League, people really hated all the changes, all this, the newness of it. You know, it would later on settle in on people, and people would say, the Snyder Cut, the greatest movie I've ever seen in my life. But at the start, Ben Affleck got it bad, and I think his ego was crushed as well. And so he has fallen to the wayside now, making direct-to-Hulu movies that really don't get any traction anymore. So, they were all so mighty, and they all have fallen. I want more Snyderverse. And then we have Henry Cavill. Love the dude. He is amazing. He is next level. He's probably the best Superman who's ever put on the tights. But the problem is he's cursed with immaculate good looks. That's right. He's basically being punished for being too good looking. It's horrible. It's so sad. It's such a sad situation. I mean, there are rumors that Henry Cavill might be some sort of loudmouth jerk who's disruptive on set and is a prima donna, but that's neither here nor there because that can't be confirmed. But what is the future of the DCEU? If there was hope, there aren't anybody really holding it up. You know who's next on the list? Aquaman. Aquaman will be destroyed. My man Momoa. Love the guy immensely. I'm not looking forward to see what's going to happen with this curse that gets him. This is horrible. But come to think about it, there could be a silver lining, and that silver lining is who will replace the Flash. They still have to put this movie out. So whoever magically ends up being the Flash at the end, let's hope they actually do switch out actors, because let's face it, Ezra Miller was good, and he's impressive, and he's funny, and he's entertaining, but he's not that entertaining. Trust me, when people like a celebrity enough, they will ignore whatever the hell they do in their life. And this isn't the Fat Mantis. He doesn't think that this is how the world should be, but it is clearly the way the world is. It's how it works. Ezra Miller doesn't have a get-out-of-jail-free card. He's not that funny. But what I'm saying is this could open up an opportunity for our man, Grant Gustin. Yeah. Basically, it's possible that we could get the Flash we deserve. Now, I know Hollywood and television is the redheaded stepchild of Hollywood. It's part of it. It's in the inner circle. You're going to get dinner at the end of the night, but you're also going to get a beating for even giving a little bit of side eye to your stepdad. That's really what's going on. And so they're very resistant to helping these actors go from television to the big screen. It happens. Trust me, people break through. It's just, and I'm not even saying it's rare. It's just, it's more difficult than one would think. And they might look at the stink of the CW and be like, we don't want Grant Gustin. But the truth is, that might actually make the most successful film ever. This could be the start of the salvation of the DCEU. If he would somehow become Grant Gustin at the end of the film, yeah, they should just refilm it with Grant Gustin and just ignore Ezra Miller was ever anything. I'd be down for that. It's shenanigans, but in this, I'll make a special exception for the logic and writing situation if they did that. Yo, bring on Grant Gustin. Bring on Granty. We love our Granty. But there you have it. That is my special report on Ezra Miller. Ezzy, my man, I guess this is a bye. We'll see you around. Guys, what do you think of Ezra Miller? What do you think about the DCEU curse? And is there any hope of saving any of these properties? Please let me know down in the comments. And remember to like, share, and subscribe to Voice of the Fat Mantis, because I will miss you if you're not around. Until next time, ciao for now. And guys, please keep your drunken rages down to a minimum. No more throwing chairs at women. That's just very uncool. Hi guys, still the Fat Mantis over here. If you guys are into these kind of hot button topics and fresh takes and fun conversation, you don't always have to wait for my twice a week commentary videos to engage in them with me, the Fat Mantis. I actually do a live stream every morning at 11:30 a.m. Eastern. I can be found on Twitch and at Spotify Green Room for you audiophiles who just want to have a radio experience. It's fun. We hang out. We do all sorts of things. We may talk about the news. We may talk about the issues of the day, or we could just be hanging out, talking about comics, video games, whatever you like. Wherever the chat takes us is where we're headed. We get a little zany over there, but it's a good time, and quite frankly, it's a great way to start my morning. And yes, I don't wake up till 11, but I hope to see you guys there. Please check me out on my other apps. I'm going to be creating content literally every single day for you guys because I love you. Now, this is the real ciao for now.